four sons of Emperor Shah Jahan, and he was actually the eldest of the four sons. The others included Shuja Muhammad, Aurangzeb, which you might have heard of that name, and Murad Baksh. Dara Shikoh, being the eldest son, was very dear to his father. It was not uncommon where the eldest son would take over the kingdom or the throne. And so Aurangzeb, who was the younger one, knew that most likely Dara Shikoh would take over, and he was very cunning. He was very clever and ambitious, and wanted to make sure that he would succeed in getting the throne. So what he did was he actually came up with a scheme to poison his eldest brother, Dara Shikoh. And when he poisoned his eldest brother, he became quite sick and was almost on the deathbed, so to speak. So being part of the whole kingdom, Shah Jahan had the access to all sorts of people that could provide him care. There were people sent in, there were peers and fakirs and astrologers. All these were sent into the court to try to help his son out. And all came with all sorts of spells and charms and incantations, and all tried, but they were unsuccessful. And it seemed like Dara Shikoh was going to pass away. There was no hope for any recovery. But even besides some of the other people in the area, Shah Jahan himself knew that Guruji, Guru Har Rai, held a dispensary where he composed and held some of the dispensaries, a pharmacy, so to speak, where he studied and kept medical herbs and came up with treatments. So they knew, the Shah Jahan knew that Guru's house and was full of sympathy and compassion for all. There was nobody turned away. Anybody that came into Guruji's request for help, Guruji would not turn anyone away. So, the emperor at that time, he humbled himself and sent Guruji a letter. Now, many Sikhs at that time questioned Guruji. Why would Guruji help Shah Jahan's son? Right? So why would Guruji help Shah Jahan's son when Shah Jahan himself did not like the Sikhs? He was actually very intolerant of the Sikhs. So if you look back at Guru Har Gobind Ji's time, Shah Jahan actually fought 4 battles with Guruji, with Guru Har Gobind Ji at that time. And so even though the 4 battles that Guru Har Gobind Ji fought, he had successfully won over the Mughal army, many questioned, why would Guru Har Rai Ji ever help somebody who was an enemy, right, at one time, whose father was an enemy? And so, Guruji responded, and, this is what he said was, behold, with one hand, man breaks flowers, and with one hand, he offers them. But the flower perfumes both hands alike, right? Also, on that same note, the axe that cuts the sandal tree, yet the sandal perfumes the axe, right? So what does that mean, right? So if you take a flower and you break that flower with your hand, you're breaking that flower, you're basically killing that flower. What does the flower leave in your hand, right? The flower leaves nothing but a sweet smell in your hand, even though you brought the end of that flower. In the same way, when you use an axe to cut down a sandal tree, and a sandal tree is a tree that has a good perfume to it, and that axe that's cutting that sandal tree leaves a beautiful perfume even on the axe, right? So the axe that's causing the tree to fall. And so in that way, Guruji taught us that the Guru himself should return good for evil, right? And then there's a quick shabad here. Quick line. This is Guru Ramdas Ji's, our Chothe Pacha, and it says here, Satgur Data Dayal hai, Jisnu Daya Sada hoye, Satgur Andro Nirvair hai, Sab Dekhe Brahm Ik soy. So what does that mean? The true Guru is the merciful giver, right? He's always compassionate. And the true Guru has no hatred within him, and he beholds that one God everywhere, meaning that God exists in all, so why would not a good Sikh treat everyone the same way? And so Guruji indeed provided help that was needed. He had provided him the medicine to Dara Shikoh, and actually saved his life. And of course, the emperor at that time was very thankful of Guruji and promised him that he would never bother the Gurus and the Sikhs at that time. And so, what did we learn from here? The word daya, right? The Guruji demonstrated that despite having besides the emperor having an intolerance of Sikhs, he demonstrated deep compassion for people in need. And we often have decisions, right? We get into certain prejudice. We have certain fights with people and say, well, I don't like him and I don't want to help him out. But remember that kindness should be your infection, right? So we're like in a pandemic right now. We're talking about the coronavirus. We're talking about how quickly it spreads, and in that way, if you make kindness just as infectious, if not more infectious than this coronavirus, you're going to make sure that your kindness and compassion is contagious, so that everybody gets infected by your kindness, right? So if you show kindness to people, they have nothing more but kindness to give back, right? So you keep giving them kindness, and that's what Guruji had taught us. And I want to make sure that you guys understand the meaning of Daya and what Guruji taught us. And so that is the Saakhi for tonight. And if I have made any mistakes, I truly apologize. Pulchuk maaf karna. And we're going to turn over for our Keertan Sohila. And let's see if I can stop sharing my screen, and so that I can have her save and take over. Still learning this stuff here. All right, stop share. All right.
All right, so we'll go ahead and I'm going to put our save and tag on now, guys. So just give me 1 sec. What I'm going to try and do is I should have prepared a little bit better and gotten Sohila in the same way that we normally do read Bani in school. We'll prepare Sohila in that regard for future purposes, so that we can all recite along with. Okay. So I'm going to now see if I can't just. All right. So Harsev and Theg Singh are going to start Keertan Sohila, but I'm going to go ahead and see if I can't share my screen, and so I can get Keertan Sohila on board. So bear with me as we try this. Okay. Deho deho sajan asisariya, deho deho sajan asisariya, asisariya. Deho deho sajan asisariya.
जो होवे साहिब स्यो मेल जो होवे साहिब स्यो मेल जो होवे साहिब स्यो मेल साहिब स्यो मेल जो होवे साहिब स्यो मेल जो होवे साहिब स्यो मेल कर कर के हो पहुंचा सदले नित मन सतनहारा सिमरिए नानक से देखा राम रास्ता मिला छेगर छेगु छेगु देश गुरु के को देश बात है कर के तीर को सोकर आठ बुलाई इसलिए जसिया करिया पहरा दिखी बारी महा सूरज देखो रुत नानक करते के तेरे साधना सी अल्लाह अगर मैं ढाल रब संगती दारदा मंडल जनित मोती रूप माने आन लो पवन चलो करे सकल बन राय पूरन ज्योति कैसी आरती होए अब खन्ना तेरी आरती अनंता शब्द भजन तेरी राम सहस्त्र तव ज्ञान नानक ज्ञान है तोरे को सहस मूरत गना एक तोरी सहस पद विमल नन एक पद चंद बिन सहस तव गंग इव चलत मोरी सब में जोत जोत है सुन किसने सब में जान गुर साखी जोत पर गठ हो ज्योतिष पावे सो आरती होए हर चरण का बल मखरत लोहित मनो आनंदो होए आई प्यासा कृपा चलते नानक सारम होए जाते तेरे नाय पास साधु खंडल खंडा पूरा लिखे लिखे गुरुवाय मन मंडल मंडा कर साधु जी मन वड्डा है कर बिंदो मन वड्डा साखत हर साथ जन जन अंदर हो में ठंडा है चले चले दुआ जंकार सह सिर डंडा हर जन हर नाम समान दुख जनन मरण भव ठंडा अपनासी और माया मन विष्णु शोक जन मंडा है हम करी मस्ती करते हैं रात रात बढ़ना जन नानक नाम हमारे हर नाम में ही सुख मंडा है हर नाम में ही सुख मंडा है हर नाम में ही सुख मंडा है हर नाम में ही सुख मंडा जन नानक नाम आधार टेक हर नाम में ही सुख मंडा है पंजवान करो विनती सुन मेरी नीता सब कहल की तेरा की हाथ फाड़ चलो मरना आगे बस सुरे और कटे रसे नरमल गुर मिलकार सवारे रहो इस सार विकार से मैं करियो कम ज्ञान जिसे जगाए के आवे रस का खाते जान जाको आए सोई हज भर उठे मने बसेरा निज कर महल को सुख सहजे बहुत होय नो फेरा अंतर जामी पुरख के धाते अंतर जामी पुरख के धाते सरदा मनी पूरे सरदा मनी सरदा मनी पूरे सरदा मनी नानक दास है सुख मांगे नानक दास है सुख मांगे हो हर संतान की पूरे हो हर संतान की
Okay.
All right.
Thank you very much, Harsev Singh and Teg Singh. And
Beautifully done. Yep.
we're gonna just brief thing. We'll go ahead and finish this off.
Yes. So we're going to end the evening by reviewing and reciting the two shabads that were talked about yesterday. These are both by Guru Arjan Dev Ji, our fifth Pacha. And it would be nice if you guys join me with this. Both the shabads mean a lot. Both of them are referring to Guruji's protection of us at all times. And it's always important to remember Vaheguruji throughout the day, and you want to make sure that you reach out to Vaheguruji before you go to sleep so you can get some, you sleep comfortably, you sleep restfully, and you have some good dreams. All right? Bilawal Mahalla Panjwa. Tati vav na lagi, par brahm sharnai, jo gird hamare ram kar, dukh lage na pai. Satgur pura petya, jin banat banai, ram namo khad diya, ekya livlai rahav. Rakh liye tin rakh nahare, sab bead mithai, kaho nanak kirpa bhai, prabhe sahai. And the second shabad here. Vera mahla panjwa, उठत सुखिया बैठत सुखिया, बहु नहीं लागे जा ऐसा बुझिया, राखा एक हमारा स्वामी, सगल कटा का अंतर जामी रहाओ. सोय चिंता जागे चिंता, जहाँ कहाँ प्रभु वर्तंता, कर सुख वस्या बहा सुख पाया, कहो नानक गुर मंत्र दराया. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. I want to just end the evening before we unmute the mic. When you do your ardas tonight, I not only want you to request Vaheguru Ji to not only protect yourself, but protect everyone that's around us, and especially in this time, reach out to my Veeras and Panas, that my brothers and sisters that are fighting the fight with helping people out fight the coronavirus. Be safe. Keep them in our prayers and Vaheguru Ji to protect them so that they can protect others. So on that note, call Fateh. Everybody join me. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa. Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.